Today we are going to learn about the medieval manor system. Log in to Loda USD website and from there Clever and from Clever Cengage and log in to World History Book, National Geographic, Unit 5, Chapter 11, Section 1.6, the Manor System. It's in pages 304 to 305. The objective of this lesson is to describe what life was like on a medieval manor, which means it includes both the Lord and his family and the peasants as well as the serfs who are serving in that manor system. As for the chapter's essential question, how did Europe change during the Middle Ages? The lands of a manor in the Middle Ages covered about 1,200 to 1,600 acres, and the lord often owned several manors in different places around the country. The lord's manor was his domain, so food grown near the manor was destined for the lord. The rest of the land was divided into strips that the peasants rented from the lord and farmed. A peasant strips, usually about half acre each, were spread all over the manor and separated by strips of dirt. Meadows and forests were common land. Peasants could use some of the land to graze their farm animals, but their use was limited. They could cut only a certain amount of meadow hay for their animals or wood from the forest for heating and building. The bottom line, the manor was a system's basic unit, a walled-in, self-contained world located on land belonging to a lord. A typical manor include a manor house, a church, a village, and lands with meadows, forests, pastures, and farms. The village provided such necessary business such as mill, bakery, and forge where metal was worked into tools. The manor's farmland was divided into strips for the lord, one for the church, the rest for the peasants and serfs. Now let's take a look at this basic illustration of what a manor system consists of. In a manor system, there is a castle often served as the manor house where the lord lives. Just like what I mentioned a while ago, there's also a church where peasants serves and the lord and his family regularly attended church. Windows in a typical peasant or serf's house were so small that natural light could enter the dwellings. Guards were also positioned along the wall to protect the manor from rival lords and invaders. So that's a typical manor system. Life for peasants and serfs on the manor was hard. Their average lifespan was 30 years, meaning a normal person would reach up to 30 years and a little bit older and they die. And that was if they survive infancy, which is very unlikely because 1 out of 6 children did not. Now, peasants and serfs did get time off too, though on Sundays and religious holidays. With the Lord's permission, they could even attend nearby fairs and markets. While peasants and serfs live in one-room huts with dirt floors, the Lord and his family live much more comfortably in the manor house. The room is fortified stone house, had tile floors, tapestries on the walls, and fine furnishings. Peasants and serfs were sometimes admitted to the manor house on holidays or when the estate was under attack. But the church was the center of life on the manor. Another group of people in the feudal system or feudal society are the church officials, the priests, the bishops, and the cardinals. Church officials conduct religious services and also cared for the sick and the needy. Some educated priests even instructed children in the Bible. The church required peasants and serfs to work its land for free and give 1/10 of their produce to the church, but workers did this willingly. The reasons for doing this is because they believe that this is the key to escaping eternal punishment and attaining a better life after death. Basically, the source of power and obviously resources in the feudal society or feudal system, especially in the manor system, is the land. Now let's go to the review and assess question. As for number one, reading check, what was the role of the manor in the feudal society? Number two, interpret visuals. Based on the illustration, what measures were taken to protect those who lived in the manor? And number three, make inferences. What might peasants and serfs have been willing to do almost anything to attain a better life after death? Now go to our Google Classroom and open the Review and Assess Assignments, Chapter 11, Section 1, Lesson 6. And go ahead, fill up the information, the key vocabs, the title of the lesson, and answer the questions on the right side of the slide. Double check your answers and be sure that you are writing in complete sentences when it is required. And don't forget to turn this in before the deadline today.